Hi guys, welcome back to the Traders Lounge. Hope you've had a good trading week. I know it's been quite messy out there this week, not many trends happening. But me and Atif here are going to talk about a few pairs we've done analysis about, a couple of trades we've actually sent out in the VIP trading group. Atif's going to go over some dollar yen charts. I'm going to go over some pound dollar, euro USD, and some gold analysis we've done this morning. So I'll let Atif take over his part, and then we'll come back to me and have a little look. So go on, Atif, what have you seen, mate?
So I really wanted to just go through the dollar yen chart and how to potentially spot a change in trend so you don't get caught out with your trades. We could mark the lows and highs on the daily chart here, and you can see it's a nice downtrend, and then we've had this strong buying phase here. Yeah. So this should be your first warning that there could be a potential change in trend coming. We've made a lower high, and one would expect you would go short here because you're going with the trend. What I usually do then is I switch over to the 4-hour chart, so move down one chart, and just check the price action there. And we can see we're making nice cycles as you would expect in this selling phase here. But if you compare these sellers to the previous daily phase over here, and you can see there's a big difference. So another warning sign that their sellers might start to run out soon. So if you are short, then start locking in profit or even banking your trades. And what we've seen here is in this downtrend, we've had a nice cycle here. It's hit the monthly pivot, and seen a whole lot of buyers take control here. Nice. And seen a break in trend here. So that should be your final sort of warning sign that we're about to change trend.
If we go back to the other chart as well, was there a bit of a inverted head and shoulders here?
That's correct. Yeah. So we've got this inverted head and shoulders shape here, and a potentially higher low forming here on the daily. Yeah,
no, nice, lovely. So good analysis there on dollar yen. I'm going to go over and take over with pound dollar. Let's start with pound dollar. So pound dollar was a trade I actually posted in the group midweek this week, a signal for a sell. So my analysis behind this was I placed my Fibonacci retracement from the high here at around, let me just get a level for you, around 1.319, and then the low at 1.2984. So that was the high to the low, my Fibonacci retracement. And as you can see, we've got this little yellow box here where my region is. So I had a double top form at around the 61.8 level on the Fibonacci also. So firstly, we had the double top. Secondly, we had the 61.8 level on my fib. So there's two signs already showing me that price is obviously rejecting this level. So fantastic. So on the 4-hour time frame, we entered a sell after we had some clear confirmation as the sellers were kicking in. Perfect. I think we banked around 55 pips on this, so brilliant. All of a sudden, we see price come back around to the 23.6 level, and then buyers started to kick back in. Maybe due to some news with Theresa May. We don't know so far. The pound's been crazy, obviously, with the votes, and then obviously with everything with the pound. So we had buyers kick back in, back up to the 61.8 level again. Now, from here, I wanted to see what would happen to this level, if we would break it or if we would kick back off. And as you can see, we actually had a third touch. We had sort of a triple top form. Sellers kicked back in again. We had a little bit of a retracement with the buyers, but then sellers soon took over control again. So for me, the sellers are looking to be in control so far, but like I said, with the pound being so crazy at the minute, I think we've got a bit of a extension to around October, but still, I'm being a bit careful with the pound. So that was pound dollar for me. Brilliant trade.
Just a point to tie in with what you were saying here. So on the 23.6 here level, which you've identified, that's actually quite a strong sort of support level as well. So we've seen time and time again buyers come back in here. So it ties in with analysis as well.
Brilliant. So pound dollar. My next one was euro USD. Now euro USD, as you can see, we are creating lower highs and lower lows with the trend line here. Also had a Fibonacci retracement in again on the daily time frame. As you can see, from the high to the low, we've had price hit this low where we've got a bit of support here, and price kicked back up to the 38.2 level, where we've had around 3 or 4 touches now, which price has just been hitting his head and coming back below. Not really knowing where it's going to go from here, if price is going to kick back down again or break. But at the minute, it's looking like price may kick back down. And like I said, we've had 3 touches, we've had sort of a test out of this level and then close back below. So hopefully price will kick back down, but we just want to make sure we've got confirmation there first. But like I said, with the trend line, we've had some nice touches, hitting its head on the trend line and going again. We did have a bit of, we had price kick out of this trend line, break through, but it was on around the 20th of March, I believe.
It could be in the FOMC.
Yeah, exactly. So 20th March, FOMC news. So like I said, price kicked out, obviously due to news, but soon enough, come straight back down again. So for me, just want to see what happens at this sort of 38.2 level. But with the trend, it's looking good for a sell still. But like I said, we've got to be aware of this support as it didn't create another low. So got to be aware, just want a bit more confirmation. So this is one we will keep on for the market watch for the rest of the week, maybe into next week. Also, my third pair I'm looking at is gold. So as you can see with gold here, we've got our trend line making lower highs. And we've had our third sort of touch off this trend line pretty much today, actually, on the daily time frame. Now, yesterday and obviously during this week, gold's been taken up, back up to the trend line for the third touch. And as you can see today, we've had sellers kick back in very strong. If we drop down to a lower time frame, as you can see, look at that. Sellers, the bears really kicking in. Back to around the 200, so we'll see what happens. But on the daily, looking brilliant. And as you can see, we've got a little bit of a support level here at around 1280. Yeah, 1280. So for me, my next sort of level for gold to go to is around 1280, and then we'll see what happens at this sort of price if it does bounce off or break through. If it breaks through, then we can carry on selling. But yeah, off the trend line, looking brilliant for a sell. I just want to obviously drop down to a lower time frame and just wait for another entry point. As you can see, buyers have kicked back in for a little bit of a retracement. So hopefully, once that's sort of finished, we can look for an entry point and then get in for this for a sell. But they are the sort of three pairs I've been looking at this week. Like I said, pound dollar we did take during this week, and around 55 pips I believe we took. But so far, that's all we've got. Hope you enjoyed this, and obviously look forward to seeing you in next week for the next sort of Traders Lounge episode. And enjoy, guys.